Hello, everyone, and welcome to Tech Tuesday. My name is Heather Hickey, and I'm joining you here from the technology program team. Today, we're going to be taking a look at resources that you might use to support inquiry in other areas of your curriculum.
For Tech Tuesday today, we are going to be discussing how we can support the inquiry approach, both within the learning experience and for the teachers. We're going to be looking at how we can find information and strategies, as well as tools, in order to promote curiosity and engage students in asking questions, thinking critically, and solving problems. If you'd like to collaborate with us during this time, please do so on Twitter or Yammer, using the hashtag DP, the document link that was provided for you. When we think of today's learners and we think of what we want to instill in them, we want to be able to give them an experience that will help them succeed in both the present and the future. So reflective learning is a way of allowing students to step back from their learning experience to help them develop critical thinking skills and improve on future performance by analyzing their own experience. So when we think about the Catholic graduate expectations, we hope through the inquiry process that students are becoming reflective and creative thinkers. They're able to solve problems and make responsible decisions. And through this leads them to learning how to be self-directed and responsible. And when they do this, they start to learn on their own how to find the solutions, which way to go, which strategies to take. However, this responsibility is not only on the part of the students, but in the inquiry process, the teachers are also reflecting and being responsible and self-directed to move through the inquiry with the students. They are facilitating, they are the coach on the side, and they are modeling these skills as well. But how do we provide our students with resources and opportunities to move from the passive participating in their own learning? What does that look like, and how do we find the resources that enable us to be able to do that? When we think about the inquiry approach, the first thing we have to do is think of what it is we want to do before we start figuring out where to go with the resources. So the inquiry approach, the center of the learning experience, is essentially the questions, ideas, and observations. So how do we as teachers find a creative approach to combine our best practices, so such as our explicit instruction, our small group, our guided learning? What does that look like? Really, in the end, it's about rethinking our space, our time, our tools, and what impacts the learning. So one of the main questions we do get is, how can I teach inquiry with so many curriculum expectations? And one of our main answers is always focusing on the big ideas. Look at the bigger umbrella. Look at your curriculum, and really, students' questions often lead to and often exceed the overall curriculum expectations. So if you focus on their questions and you give them a big idea and you let them lead through the inquiry, they'll most likely surprise you as to what they come up with and how many expectations they actually touch upon as they're thinking through their inquiry. Teaching through inquiry requires teachers to think and act in new ways. So this takes the form of new skills, behaviors, instructional activities, assessment procedures, and so on. So where do we start? What resources can we use to guide us? Where do we go to begin? We all know that our time is very valuable. And we know that as teachers, we want to find an efficient way to be able to find resources and things that we need. One of the resources that's a perfect link into inquiry is Cube for Teachers. Today we're going to be examining this tool and bringing you through it. And basically, within this tool, you're able to access thousands of resources that are organized by the curriculum, and it's an extremely powerful search engine. So we're going to show you how this can help really enhance your inquiry and help efficiently lead you through and find some strategies and tools needed to be able to success. So give us a second to pop over. Hi everyone, today I want to share with you Cube for Teachers. And links to educational resources. You can share, bookmark your own sites, and collaborate with others. So it's a great way to organize all those favorite sites that you have that you might use a traditional bookmark for. So just so you know, when you do come to Cube for Teachers, you're going to have to register with your educational email. So it is for educators only, so that helps the vetting of the resources that you'll find here in the Cube. So when you first come in, you're going to land on your dashboard. And what you'll find here, first of all, is a variety of options across the top, which I'll quickly show you. You'll also notice things like areas to store some of your favorite links. You'll notice that the Cube generates for us some of the more popular educational links and some featured blogs of educational blogs out there that a lot of us are reading. Next, I'm going to take you into my favorite area, the search area. So traditionally, when you're looking for resources online, you're probably using a search engine and then probably doing like this and bookmarking things and then looking forever for what you were trying to find. What the Cube does for you, it gives you a way to tag those bookmarks and store them all on one site to keep your educational links together. So what you'll notice is that you can actually search and add links in 3 categories. So with curriculum resources, you can actually choose expectations out of the Ontario curriculum. Other teaching resources are where you're going to find things like educational videos, blogs, instructional pieces. And lastly, tools and technology, another favorite area of mine, where you'll find web and app-based educational tools that you'll be able to use. So let's just take a look quickly at the curriculum. You'll see it defaults to Ontario here. You can do a keyword search, and there's some advanced searching options. It's great because it is linked to the expectation, so you can narrow it down by choosing grades and subject areas and specific curriculums and areas of focus and strands. You can even choose to select those overall expectations. Down here, if you're looking for a particular type of resource, you'll notice that there's a whole variety that you can tag your favorites and search. You can also click off the option to exclude sites that require you to log in or a fee. So sometimes that can be helpful. So when you go ahead and you search with whatever criteria you pick, what you'll see is a variety of links will start to produce that other educators have added. So if you find a link in the Cube, it is because another educator has put it here. So what's great is you're kind of getting access to things that teachers are trying and using. So you'll see here it tells you how many resources have been put into the Cube, and you can go ahead and explore from here. You're going to notice some options here. So you'll see that there's a little option here to add to a group. So one of the collaboration features inside the Cube allows you to make groups and share with specific educators. So I'll show you how you can set that up later. You can add it to your favorites list, and there is a report button. So if you ever come across a link that maybe isn't working correctly, you can always report that and they'll maintain it. Next here is the add the link. So traditionally, if you had a site, you would probably, again, probably add it as a bookmark and have to organize it that way. So I just want to share with you, if you have a particular site, what you can do is copy that link, and you're going to choose which category that resource would attach to. If you ever need a reminder, go ahead over here to the golden rules. That'll help you out. And if you paste the link in there for whatever it is to the site, so this is a link I have found, and I click the autofill. So some sites have data attached to it and it will start to autofill this out. Some do not, but it's really quick. You can tag this. You can see it auto-generated a title, then a little bit of an abstract and some keywords. So you can go ahead and add whatever keywords you like as well. And again, right from here, if you want to add it to your favorites, and you can see here, I have a variety of groups on the go with different educators. So I could go ahead and add it directly there if I wanted to. Once you tag that all how you think you'd like to, you just go ahead and say add link. And what's great is you've now shared that with thousands of teachers. So it's a great way that we can share resources together for free, which I love. So again, you have other teaching resources. So you're going to search by keywords in there, or sorry, add when you're adding them in there. And then again, the tools and technology piece, if you have certain pieces to go with that. So next along the toolbar here, you'll see the group feature. So if you would like to create a group, you can go ahead and fill this out. You'll notice I have some groups here. Some of them I've created, and others are groups that other teachers have added me and invited me into. So what's great about this is if you're team teaching or you're looking for a space for your staff or something like that, you can create a group and go ahead and share resources right inside there. So I'm going to show you one of mine here. So I just want to highlight for you that you can see that there is a news thread here. So you can have a dialogue going on with the people in that group, and that's private to your group members. But any resources that you add will be shared with everyone in the cube, but you can definitely post specific things right in the news thread here. So if you wanted to put a link to a Google Doc or something like that with specific things for your group, you can totally do that there. When you want to find resources that have been added to that group, again, you can choose to search and you can fill out taglines, or you can just simply hit a blank search and it's going to generate any things that have been shared between any of the group members in here. So a great space if you're trying to find somewhere to kind of share those links back and forth and organize them and tag them up in a way like that. And lastly, just quickly, I'll show you up at the top here, you do have a profile page. So very much like other social media sites, you can put profile pictures and you can add whatever information you like here. And it does keep a list of some of the things I recently just added to the Cube. So Cube for Teachers, great site, free for educators, and a great place to collaborate. Thanks for sharing, and looking forward to seeing you in the Cube.
So that was just a quick overview of Cube for Teachers and how you might make use of it. And again, you can share any resource that you can generate a link. So that might be a website, or it could be a link produced from some of your own developed resources, either in a OneDrive or a Google Drive or somewhere where you can generate that link. So thanks for joining us today on Tuesday, and we'll see you soon.